I'm going to tell you all a story about my collections with Pokemon as a kid and how it had gotten me into a lot of trouble when I was a kid. Hey folks, this is Game Master Mike, and where I'm going to tell you all stories about my Pokemon collection when I was a kid. Now, I was a huge fan of Pokemon. It started becoming popular when I was in the second grade, and it was a major fad when I was in the third and fourth grades, and dimmed down a bit in the fifth grade. So it's going to be story time. I'm going to start telling you stories about my life with video games and other things. And so I'm going to tell you all some stories here. My Pokemon collection has grown a bit. I'm trying to recollect, especially with the cards and TV animation cards, along with some games. I do have even more Pokemon games, but I'm going to tell you the story about Pokemon Red and my Game Boy Color. And I used to have the big book of Pokemon. It tells you like the cards and everything from the first movie to the movie 2000 and everything about the original Pokemon related, which is kind of cool. This is the Kalos Region Handbook, which is almost as similar to the big book of Pokemon, which I really do enjoy. And the history of my Game Boy Color and how it has gotten me in trouble, along with the cards. So we're going to start off with my Game Boy Color. I used to have a purple Game Boy Color until I dropped it in Gettysburg along with Pokemon Red, and it broke, and the game was like disintegrated inside my Game Boy Color, so I could not get it out and I had to throw it away. And so, therefore. So, when I was in the fourth grade, everybody had brought in their Game Boys with Pokemon in it, whether if it's red, yellow, or blue. And so I decided to bring my purple Game Boy Color, which I should have taken my green Game Boy Pocket, but I wanted to play in color, and so I brought my Game Boy Color along with Pokemon Red to school with me. We were at breakfast at school, and basically the librarian there, which was the breakfast monitor, came up and took my Game Boy away. Yep, I took my Game Boy Color to school, and I've gotten taken away by the librarian there, which was also the breakfast monitor, which was called at my school. And so, for a few days, I see it laying on the table. So while the librarian wasn't looking, I snuck up and I took my Game Boy back. It's like, it's mine. Along with Pokemon Red. You can't have it. It's mine. So, she probably did not even notice that the Game Boy Color that was taken away from me, that I got it back. And so I was proud until we took a field trip to Gettysburg. And I brought my Game Boy Color with Pokemon Red. You know, I was playing it all through the trip to Gettysburg. And so we were at a museum on the top floor going down the steps. Apparently, I was not careful at the time. My purple Game Boy Color slipped out of my pocket and it went down the steps. It went all the way down. And sadly, it broke with the game disintegrated inside it. I didn't know what to do. I was completely panicking, was scared shitless, and so I tried to take my Pokemon game out of the Game Boy at least, and it would not come out. It was permanently stuck there. And I tried turning it on my Game Boy. It would not turn on. And the batteries was also disintegrated, so I cannot take it out and take it back in. And so the sad thing I've ever done was I had to throw it away. This Game Boy, the purple Game Boy Color, and I did not tell my sisters until a while. And so I've replaced it. I bought a blue, it was a light blue Game Boy Color, had it for a bit, and I've sold it to get funds for the original DS. And so something like that happens here. Now, one of my main stories is Pokemon cards and how it got me in trouble more. Especially with this Holo Charizard card, which some people do have, which I was extremely jealous, and I must have that card. And you know, at the pawn shop at the mall, I seen it there marked down to $50. I begged my mom and dad, even my grandparents, if I can have this card. You know, on special occasions, I'm allowed to have like things like cards or games, mostly on Christmas or my birthday, which is almost my birthday's almost to Christmas, so I have to wait for that. And so I always begged my mom and dad if I can have that Charizard card. And they were like, someday or never. Or we'll see. They asked if I can have that card, and they were like, we'll see. And so, therefore, of course, I always bring my Pokemon cards to school, and there are some kids like begging if I can have their cards. Like, they like to take my cards away from me. But the biggest trouble was when I was in the Scouts. Yep, I was in the Cub Scouts for about 2 years, my 4th and 5th grade years. And you know, all the Scouts have brought in all their Pokemon cards with them too. And that's the time when I was in the 4th grade. I brought some of my Pokemon cards, and I tried trading with the Scout leader son if I can trade. I got these like whole sets of Pokemon cards, and I was like, I'll trade you for that Charizard card. He lifted up his hand. He did not even look at them. So that's like a no. So I did not know. I thought for sure that was a fair trade. So you know what I did? I went into his binder. I took out the Charizard card, put it in my pocket along with these common Pokemon cards. Those aren't rare. And I put it in his binder. And then, late that night, my dad had received a call from the Scout leader. I was in a lot of trouble. So, I had my Charizard card and I put it on display. I was like, yes, I finally had that Charizard card, which I've been wanting for a long time. And it was a fair trade. And my dad walked into my room and he said, no, it's not. You took that card from him. And your Scout leader has a choice. And he said, you either return the Charizard card to him or get banned from Scouts for life. And I was in a lot of trouble. So that week, I didn't have a choice. I had to return the Charizard card to him. And he threw these common cards at my face. And he did not say anything. He was mad that I took his cards. I thought for sure it was a fair trade. Well, it was a mistake I made. And so that was my story about how Pokemon had gotten me in a ton of trouble when I was a kid. And there you go, folks. I'm going to share lots of stories to me about my video games and other things. And until next time, thanks for watching.